Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you how to refurbish some old windows and turn them into beautiful display windows. These are going to be used for a candy shop facade on a future video, so make sure you like and subscribe to see the final product. The first thing that you need to do is remove any of the old pieces of plastic that were around this window. You also are going to need to sand it down, smooth it out, get rid of the old putty that's inside of it, and get rid of the old paint that's caked on the outside of it. So what you see me doing right now is removing some of the broken pieces of glass, taking out the putty. I'm getting it ready to be sanded down. Now you could sand this down by hand. You could use some sandpaper or a sanding block and go at it, or if you had a belt sander, that would work too. But in order to speed up the process, I'm just going to use my table saw and take off just a thin layer in order to smooth it out. And I'll be honest, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I definitely should have had a second person there, but eventually we got it. And by the way, in the background you can see some other display windows that we built that's also going to be used on the front of this candy shop facade. So if you want to see how those are done, you can check out these videos here. It's important to remove as much of the old paint as possible, otherwise the new paint will start chipping and peeling off. So we want to make sure we get it down to the wood if possible. Now I'm going to remove the caulk from around the windows, and I'm pretty sure there was like 6 different types of caulk used on these windows throughout their lifetime, and clearly whoever worked on them before never removed the other layers, and instead they just plastered new caulk on top of the old stuff. So in some areas the caulk just peeled away, while in other areas it was caked on and was too difficult to remove without breaking the glass. But eventually we got it to where I was happy enough with it, and then we moved on to removing some of the paint from between the window seals. Now you definitely don't want to use a belt sander here, and you want to be careful using block sanders and even sandpaper, because you'll end up ruining the ridges on these window panes, which give it the nice texture. And so I'm just using an air blower right here, and you can see the paint is just flaking off by the pressure of the air being blown up against it. And this ended up working really well. Once that was done, I added new caulk back to the window panes, and in some cases replaced window panes entirely where the glass was broken, so that way we had a new beautiful set of windows. After that, I moved on to building the box for the window displays. Now these windows aren't going to be real windows, they're going to be facades and fake windows, so they're not actually going to show the inside of the building. So the important part of the box is that it's going to kind of give depth to the window, and we're going to put little knickknacks and stuff sitting inside of it, so that way it looks like it's an actual window when in reality it's not. So we're going to put a box all the way around the outside of the window, and on the bottom I'm going to leave about a 1-inch lip hanging over to give the perception of a window seal. We're going to caulk the inside and the outside of the window unit, so that way no dust or bugs get inside of it, because these are going to be permanently set up on the wall. And speaking of which, let me show you how we're going to hang these window units up.
Let me show you how we're going to hold this thing up. We're going to use what's called a French cleat, and essentially I've cut a 2x4 at a 45-degree angle in half. And so this part of the 2x4 is going to go up, and whenever we put it on the wall, it's going to slide right into place. So it'll kind of connect just like this. It'll just kind of slide right into place, and it should hold it up against the wall nice and tight. And so we're going to see if that works.
So we're going to add the French cleat to the top, and we're going to use a lot of screws because all of the pressure is going to be on this one cleat, and this box is actually pretty heavy. Next thing is that we painted it black. My wife helped me paint it. And here we are testing out the French cleat to see if it actually works, and you can see that I almost died doing it, but it ended up working out. And you can see that my wife was absolutely no help. All she did was laugh at me the entire time and film me.
The curtain.
We painted the wall behind it black and put some curtains on it, so that way it gave the perception of depth, and it looked like you were looking into the window when the lights were off. Overall, we think it turned out really great, and if you'd like to see the process of us refurbishing this entire building, make sure you like and subscribe to see the future episode. Thanks for watching.